Welcome everyone to my review for the first season of Halo on Paramount Plus. I thought it would be a good idea to record and post this right now while we are about a month away from the second season premiere. So without further explanation, here's my review for the first season of Halo, now available on Blu-ray and 4K. I want to start by saying that I thought they captured Master Chief's armor and mannerisms perfectly. He seemed like a total force to be reckoned with, just like the games. And he was even called Demon by the Covenant. I especially enjoy the parts that showed his heads-up display. I also like the choice of an entrance key to the Halo rings as a MacGuffin device. It helped us learn more about Master Chief and why he is so special. Unfortunately, we only briefly got to see the surface of the Halo rings, and only in visions. Hopefully, they will physically land on one in Season 2. I didn't like the choice of having so many scenes with his helmet and armor off. I realized they needed to show his face to humanize him, but they could have done so in far fewer episodes. I also did not think he needed to have a romantic interest. It goes against what Master Chief is, and he has only ever been emotionally close to Cortana. I thought the Maquis character was at least handled well in the Covenant parts, and showed us how they interact with humans when they are not destroying them. I also thought her flashbacks were handled well, although they didn't really explain why she is someone who could activate the key. Probably the best we got from her was the scene where the Hunter worms came out of their armor and she took over a UNSC ship. However, I really enjoyed the Spartan Kai, and I think she could make for a strong female lead going forward. I really liked that she followed Chief's example and took out her emotion chip. It did seem to slow her down in the first major battle, but hopefully she will improve and become more important as the show goes on. I also, though her scenes with Miranda Keyes were really fun and allowed you a chance to see a different side of the Spartans outside of Master Chief. She was one Spartan who I didn't mind seeing the face and pink hair of. As for the Keyes family themselves, I thought they were a huge improvement over the game versions. Captain Keyes seems to have more strength and integrity. The only thing I dislike about him is that it seems like we are not going to get an adaptation of Sergeant Avery Johnson. His character, leadership, and comedic interactions with the Chief will be missed. While Miranda Keyes has a great deal of intelligence to go along with her leadership skills, anytime she was on screen, it elevated the show a bit, in my opinion. I also thought their relationship with fellow family member Catherine Halsey was handled just fairly. I will go into my feelings about Dr. Halsey at the end of the video. I thought that the scenes with Quan Ha and Soren 66 had a lot of potential, but ended up being the least interesting parts of the season for me. I thought they were fleshed out well enough. They just spent too much time with useless dialogue that could have been used to move the series forward. Even though Quan Ha seems destined to lead Chief to a Halo ring, I thought they barely scratched the surface of her potential. It seems like their plot was tacked on, just to have another plotline going outside of the main Master Chief story, or set up potential spin-offs in the future. As for Cortana, I do like her new design, even though it takes some getting used to. They did add an extra blue hue after the original trailer. I like that she was basically portrayed as she is in the games, and we got to see the beginning of her relationship with Master Chief. He initially doesn't trust her, but obviously that will have to change as the series continues after the events of the season finale. I'm glad they brought back Jen Taylor and made Cortana look a bit like her instead of the different design they were initially considering. I am also okay with her not looking or sounding like Dr. Halsey. She did at least get to perform as Halsey's spy at the end of the season, and that was fun to watch. Cortana has always been a favorite of mine, and I am looking forward to seeing how they use her in Season 2. The battle scenes were easily the highlight of the Season 4, and that can probably be said for any Halo fan. While it initially looked like we would only get to see John fight elites, we eventually got to see small groups of grunts, jackals, and brutes. Chief even rides the Warthog, a banshee, and gets to use a brute gravity hammer. After he gets Cortana, He starts moving faster, picking up weapons as he goes, and basically becoming the one-man army we all know he is. While the visuals of the Covenant were a little bit in the uncanny valley, I have faith they can improve on them moving forward. But I'm okay with them being at this level, if it means we get to see a lot of combat between the UNSC and the Covenant. Before I close out this review, I will cover the one thing I strongly disliked. That was how they wrote Dr. Halsey. I think that actress, Natasha McElhone, did a fantastic job providing a strong presence and delivering the material she was given. I just don't believe that there was any need to make her one of the villains of the series. She is seen as a savior and someone who will do whatever it takes to positively help humanity in the games, even losing her arm. In the series, she is someone who uses resources to perform unethical experiments and cares more about getting to the Halo ring than she cares about saving humanity. The one aspect I did like is the almost Asperger's syndrome-like approach she has to dealing with her family. The fact that she is so close to John almost makes that difficult to believe. But I guess he is just a means to an end for her. I am really hoping that they can course correct and turn her back into the Dr. Halsey that wants to save humanity in Season 2. I think the Covenant, eventually the Flood, and whatever other original enemies are more than enough opposition for the series moving forward. I have an enormous amount of hope for Halo Season 2. I think Paramount and Showtime have learned enough about what worked and what didn't in the first season to make the future of the series look very bright. I haven't watched any of the trailers this time around because I want to experience every episode as it airs. February 8th can't come soon enough for me. I feel like we are going to see a completely different and improved series when it returns. So that's my review for Halo Season 1 on Paramount Plus. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe. Also, please consider supporting this channel on Patreon, link in the description. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.